Pleasant good morning and welcome to the LNP Morning Watch, LNP Press and Public Affairs division here at the Liberia National Police. Today is March 2026 and we are streaming live from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where we will provide you some new development as it relates to the workings of the Liberia National Police. We'll speak with our officer posted in Monrovia to give a traffic update. We'll also provide some information on the workings of the Liberia National Police. As you may be aware that the Inspector General of Police spoke on the Spoon Network last and provided some information to the Liberian people. And so we'll delve into some of those discussions. Also have in our studio here today, Chief Superintendent of Police, Terry Gawe is the Deputy Chief of Motor Vehicle. He will bring us up to speed on those information regarding traffic violation and penalty led to it. So that will be the next segment of the LNP Morning Watch. Keep sharing our live Facebook page. There's the official Facebook page of the Liberia National Police. Today is March 4, 2026. Keep sharing our live Facebook page. In studio with me is Chief Superintendent of Police, Anthony Inyanu. Good morning. Anthony.
Good morning, Lester, and good morning to all of our many viewers from around the globe. I want to say welcome to LNP Morning Watch, there where we provide credible and accurate, or let me say, timely information to you for your consumption. And today we will begin with our traffic alert from Central Monrovia, where we will be talking to some of our guys across the county. And of course, later on we'll be talking with Terry, as you said. Terry Gawe is the Deputy Chief of Motor Vehicles. He will delve into the traffic safety issues that has to do with the public. So keep watching our live from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police as we bring you vivid and timely information from the end of the police. Lexer.
Very vivid information as it relates to the workings of the Liberia National Police. So today we will host the Deputy Chief of Motor Vehicle, Chief Superintendent of Police, Terry Gawe. He will be our guest in studio. He's currently in studio, but we'll bring him on live as soon as we speak with our contributor posted in Monrovia to give the traffic update in that part of Monrovia. So it's Isaiah on the line to make contact with him. We do have Isaiah on the line. Now it's Isaiah on the line. Good morning, Isaiah.
Good morning, Inspector Lessers, and good morning, Chief Superintendent Anthony there in studio, and good morning to all of us. So this morning, I'm live here at Bamuman. I'm posted to give a report from this end. So this morning, before coming live, I've observed a couple of things on this intersection. You know, ahead of us, vehicles are coming from around the 540 belt heading to town. And same being, vehicles are also coming from the F area, also making their way at ELWA junction. So this morning, the regulation on motorcyclists is still in place. And some of those motorcyclists usually come out to violate those rules that have been put in place by the Liberia National Police. So you are seeing an officer standing right near the signboard at that point where you see the corner. Usually you see some of the motorcyclists which in a swing from another, and they will just run and pass because they don't have all the documents that are required to plow the main street. But this morning, officers here are doing a collaborative job, and they are doing the best when it comes to traffic regulation from this point. All of the officers here this morning, since I came, have been observing unique work from this end. So vehicles that are coming from 540 in or around the executive car wash making their way to town, those are supposed to come from inside of LP will be given light, because here, all of the traffic lights at this intersection, the traffic lights are not working. So because of that, the officers are the one now the traffic instead of the light. In the pedestrian world, this place on this identical road. So we see here, this is a crosswalk. One officer is posted here making sure to help pedestrians to have access to the other side of the road. So everything here for officers that are posted here are doing absolutely well and regulating the traffic from that end. So nobody will not just come from the or from the feeder road and just jump onto the main road. But that identical person will have to wait and get what instruction getting on the main road to go to wherever they want to go. So this is how it looks like here. And it is already it is already 10
Network is
16
our.
one here, and you because of that the traffic now it has dropped. So we are now observing any queues, no traffic congestion, everything is in tight. This one you will see vehicles coming, maybe getting a queue, maybe we give an instruction, and within that period, you wait for others that are coming to be able to make a move before giving you those that are waiting the green light to be able to move to the next end. So that's how it looks like here this morning. Chief Superintendent in Leicester there in studio. Leicester, are you getting me? Leicester, are you getting me?
As I
Leicester,
you
are you
get,
getting me?
I'm getting you.
Okay.
All right.
So that's
So
what's
in
happening from this
Yeah,
end.
let me ask you, in terms of traffic violation, are the drivers are you into police law for inspection, especially those who are riding motorcycle?
Yes, so I would say majority are hearing what you are in violation. To look across the road, where you see the coming with the bag, I stood here like over 45 minutes and I observed like 4 to 5 vehicles were pulled over at the part of the road there, and those vehicles were issued tickets and some of them were already impounded in the process. So some of them are still not adhering to the rules of the traffic. That's part of the regulation put in place by the Liberia National Police. That's part of that. Because the life is safe today might be yours tomorrow. So how many people are following those laws? And while some of them will still come out to be very unlawful while driving on the main road, some of them are driving without license. Some of them are driving with iron license plates on their vehicle, without registration. The vehicle is just moving without any identity. So these are some of the reasons officers that are here at Bauma Junction making sure pulling those vehicles over for further check if all of the documents are not correct. Because some of the drivers, usually Anthony, they will have those documents and they refuse to put it on the vehicle. And we don't know. Maybe it's very new to themselves why it is happening that way. But the officers are strongly against that from what I'm seeing here, and the guys are doing absolutely great from this end. Anthony, are you getting me, Anthony?
Yeah, I want to know as to whether the pedestrian are using the crosswalk.
Yes. So this morning, before at this end, pedestrians have been using this identical route. So there's just a change of command that just occurred. Officer just came
The
on board.
network.
So
I think we are
the
struggling
officers
to
that were
get
here, they
Anthony.
just left. So if you look at the crosswalk, usually the officers that were placed here this morning were making sure helping pedestrians to use of this crosswalk, not to just get on the road when they see vehicles coming. So like I said previously, the traffic the officers are also helping pedestrians in the process. So like you are seeing, the officers uh, that just arrived are trying to make sure to be able to help pedestrians in the process across the road. So vehicles that are coming from town are waiting while pedestrians are making it across. If you can see, this is what I'm talking about here. So the officers are on top of that game, making sure that the right thing is saving life and property as well, Anthony.
Van Mumwa Horse. Thank you for that report, Isaiah.
Okay,
Right.
okay, let's just thank you for
Thank you. So, Lexa, I think the police is doing well, because the education that has to do with pedestrians should use a crosswalk. The crosswalk is something that is a path on the road where the pedestrian is supposed to use. And the video footage you saw from Vama Junction illustrate that the police is on top of her game. And let me commend the officers around there, because some who grew up in Morovia, but we don't know how to cross road. People, it is not about your age, but the idea to cross road. So I want to say thanks to our guys there at the Vama Junction.
That was the first of our colleague Anthony Studio giving a breakdown on the incident around the Vamoma, and where traffic is a little bit less there. According to Isaiah, of you heading towards Central Morovia can now make their way through. There is no hindrance to any traffic around the Vamoma end. This is the LNP Morning Watch, and we are streaming live from our headquarters at the Liberia National Police, Capitol Hill, capital of Baba. Like we told you in our intro, today we have in studio a Chief Superintendent of Police, Terry Gawe. He is the Deputy Chief of Motor Vehicle. He is in studio earlier today. He will give us some basic information on traffic violation and penalty. Viewer will also place in our call. Our number will be streamed on your border to place in your call and ask all the necessary questions as it relates to our studio that will be in studio tonight. Please, your question should be based on what we'll be discussing in studio here. Can we answer what you say, right?
Yeah.
Your question will be based on what will be
discussed in studio.
Yes.
And
so
everything has to do with
Facebook page. Keep sharing.
Safety related issues, and we are privileged to have with us today CSP Gawe, who will delve into the issues of public safety. He's from the motor vehicle section of the Liberia National Police. I want to say at this time, I want to welcome Terry. I want to say welcome, Chief, to the LNP Morning Watch.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
Here is where we provide information to the public.
Yeah, we've been following the show, and to have a say on the show is something that we've longed for, and we looking forward to a fruitful discussion.
Okay.
So there's your first debut on the LNP Morning Watch.
So yes, my first debut in studio.
Because one time, remember, we played a call to you, and then you were trying to provide some information here, and then later you went off the line. So welcome to the LNP Morning Watch.
Thank you so
you
kind.
energetic this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, for the basic travel regulation as usual. Up in the morning as early as 6 o'clock, senior supervisor must be fully on the road, making sure that our students, our marketeers, our workers go to school, go to work, and do their businesses, and drive safely.
Good.
And drive safely. In the middle of the show, we'll place our number on the screen, and you'll place in your call and ask all those necessary questions as it relates to our studio, our guest in studio here.
Yeah, one of LNP public safety expert is in studio. So
it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure you say that.
You will have the opportunity to ask a question.
Yeah.
So CSP Gawe, let's get the ball rolling now.
Before we get the ball rolling, let him tell first with CSP Gawe.
So the right pronunciation of my name is Dawe.
Oh, Dawe. Okay.
Yeah, it's Darway.
Okay.
Good. So my name is Terrence Mayo Dawe. I'm from Riverside, and I'm very married to Mrs. Princess Dawe, and got 3 beautiful children.
Wow.
Yeah, and a wonderful wife that has been very supportive. We've been in the LNP since 2005.
Wow.
Graduated from the class 6.
We from class 6?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's good.
Graduated from class 6 and went through the ranks and files of the Liberia National Police. Fortunate, we are here today as Chief Superintendent of Police, and to head the Deputy Chief of Motor Vehicle Section within Liberia National Police. We did not come here because we can speak to the microphone. We did not come here because we are better than other officers. We've come here, believe in our inspiration, believe in our hard work we've done over the years, and the authorities have deemed it necessary that we serve in the capacity.
Great, that we serve in this capacity. And so we want to know what is the role of the deputy chief of a motor vehicle? It's like civil road are set up to be a deputy chief of motor vehicle.
So the public safety has got 3 different sections
Great.
within the public safety division. So the T section covers the traffic section, the highway patrol, and the motor vehicle section. And the motor vehicle section is the subset of the public safety.
It's a subset.
Right. And then the motor vehicle section is the senior quote unquote administrative arm of the public safety division. We are responsible there to collect data for vehicle registrations, travel licenses, testing and evaluation, on the spot inspection by law, to conduct safety inspection at construction sites. So for me, as deputy for motor vehicle, I am the senior administrator for the motor vehicle section, and then I'm the head as per our police chart. I'm the head of vehicle registration within the motor vehicle section.
When you talk about on the spot inspection, what do you mean?
Oftentimes you see officer on the road. We don't need to wait for national inspection before we conduct inspection. So as section 8.2 of our vehicle and traffic law clearly states, the police officer shall conduct an on-the-spot inspection at all times.
So when police officer carry on an inspection, the follower shouldn't feed that. It's just
No, it's by law.
It's by law.
Of course it is.
Can you start the section again?
8.2 of the vehicle, that they got vehicle registration requirement, right? So the chapter 38 is part of the vehicle and traffic law, but the 8.1 is vehicle requirements, and 8.2 is on the spot inspection.
So at any given time, a police
At
officer
any given time, always going to do an on the spot inspection.
Great.
On the spot.
Yeah.
So let's get to the public safety issue. We have our driving public that are in a constant habit of overloading vehicle, especially though tricycle called keke.
Right.
Of recent, I saw keke. At the back of the keke, you get beko, cassava, and all of things. Then on top of it, you get a lot of things. But is the keke? Is it safe to overload or to put kind of a load on the tricycle that we usually call keke?
The first thing, there are regulations in terms of load is able to carry.
Okay.
Within our vehicle and traffic law, they got load requirements. Section 8.1, 16.1 of the vehicle and traffic law is there, and it clearly stipulates the type of load is able to carry on a vehicle. And 10.5 talk about obstruction,
Okay.
wherein before you have this vehicle brought on the road, there are so many things that you never supposed to adhere to. And before you have all the load carried, you must know the requirement as per law. So when I come to the microphone, everything that we will state there will be in accordance to our rules and regulations of the vehicle and traffic laws. That's what we're going to do.
Agreed.
So keke are not to carry more than the required load. Anything more than required load is overloading.
It's overloaded.
That's a major violation. Now, that because they don't have a carrier first, the first thing.
Okay.
Keke don't have a carrier.
Okay.
So they're not supposed to carry load.
Okay. So basically, we invite you here for a specific topic.
Right.
And we said you'll be discussing traffic violation and penalty.
Yeah.
So our folks watching out there want to know what is a traffic, what is a violation, what is a penalty.
So we were fortunate to have prepared few information for the public consumption.
Great.
And in our hands here we have how are the traffic violations defined under Liberia current laws. We say in present day Liberia, a traffic violation simply means breaking the rules of the road set and enforced by Liberia National Police. This include driving without driver license,
Okay.
expired registration, speeding, reckless driving, drunk driving, using the phone while driving, not having safety cones or triangular, and operating vehicle with faulted headlights or brake lights.
Okay.
Great.
Traffic laws.
Okay.
So the better explain to my Mary in Dubai Road to look at Tuobola, we say anybody to put the car on the road, all of your requirement. Like when you send your child to school, before the child go to school, the child got to register, innit?
Yeah.
The child got to pay the child school fee. You can't say that my child go to school before the child start learning. No, you must pay the child tuition. So before you buy the car, our law say, man, when your son jump buy a car or buy a motorbike, he must get driver lesson. The car must be registered. The keke must be registered. The bag must be insured. The bag must be registered. The keke must get driver lesson. The bar must get driver lesson, because when you not get it, it becomes a problem. And the police were arrested. Then when the police are arrested, they say the police harassing the people. No, the police say anything they do, that's what the law say. Mambere and Pajon.
Great, Mambere and Pajon. I love that simple English version that you just provided us on the LNP Morning Watch. Keep sharing our live Facebook page. Keep sharing our live Facebook. We are in studio with the Deputy Chief of Motor Vehicle, Chief Superintendent of Police, Terry Gawick. He is in studio with us here, providing us some information as it relates to traffic violation and penalty. And in relation to the question my colleague asked, how do police officers determine as to whether the vehicle is overloaded?
So, like I said, all the vehicle and traffic law, they have the weight of the vehicle and they have the length of the vehicle, which load is over the carry. Say about not more than 5 or 4 feet is over the carry on the car.
Do you have a measuring scale?
Yes, we have. We have the tape route that is being used to measure those overweight vehicles. If you see, most times the vehicle coming from the Cape Mount and Bombing Highway, you see them very overloaded. Yeah, and oftentimes you think that they're overloaded too, but at times they carry the required weight, and at times they don't carry the required weight. So you cannot look at the weight of the length of the vehicle and determine whether the car is overloaded. You too, as a police officer, you must always carry your traffic regulatory equipment.
So you are saying, sure, that if officer sound the traffic, they should have had a material.
Precisely, that will make you to be proactive in your police work.
Guess then
it becomes a problem. Then the public, you allow the public to come to the police. And DIGB Freeman always emphasized we should not allow the public come against the police. One of his major expression, every time we start with him, he will emphasize on that.
Okay, CSP, that way. Let me take you back to the issue that has to do with registration and other thing. My concern has to do with permit. People bring in new vehicle into the country, and somebody will say, I need a permit to be using my vehicle until I do the registration. He said by law.
Yes, by law.
Okay, 16 days.
16. So they say the Director of Motor Vehicle shall.
Okay.
16.2 of the vehicle and traffic law is there.
Okay.
Say the Director of Motor Vehicle shall issue a temporary permit to a vehicle based on the purpose for which it's being brought in the country. After the 3 weeks, anytime expire more than
3
that,
weeks,
3
you
weeks.
said?
Yes, 3 weeks.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks. But major 3 weeks, they can't go more than that.
Okay.
They say the Director of Motor Vehicle shall. So the Inspector General of Police will instruct the Chief of Motor Vehicle or his deputy to issue a temporary permit by law.
Okay.
So it's not abstract, it's by law.
Okay. So the next question is that the person has registered the vehicle registration expire, and because of financial constraint, he or she said, Chief Superintendent Dawe, I want you to give me permit that I will run my car for at least 1 week or 2 weeks to be able to get money to register again. It can happen.
No, that the conflict impact comes in.
Okay.
When your vehicle was initially due to register,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden maybe some crisis, they say you should come to the police station
Okay.
and explain to the police, that's the Chief of Motor Vehicle or the Director of Motor Vehicle, and explain to them there are circumstances for which I cannot register my vehicle. The police will have that information within the call log of in a database system. That your son don't have the money. Previously you registered a car, but it got expired. So financial crisis, everybody understand that. But we cannot issue permit again to that car.
Okay.
So if there's a national inspection being conducted, so when your case is being brought to the police, we are not, for clarity, we are not saying it should be a regular thing everybody can do, but it's in the officer's discretion. There is no legal binding given to that person when you initially register your vehicle, and then you want permit because you got expire. No. The only time permit is given when the car was not registered before, when it's just brought into the country. So maybe you don't have any intent to sell the car. Maybe you have intent to sell it. Maybe you have intent to use it for commercial purpose, or you have intent to have for private usage. So you come to the director of motor vehicle and you explain, I brought this car in this country. I don't intend to sell it. I mean, I don't intend to use it for commercial purposes, but I want to have it sold. If you don't have the legibility document, we issue the temporary permit.
So now my question can, how many months or days that?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
At most. At most 3 weeks.
3 weeks for a
Yes.
permit. Now, often we hear people saying that, oh, it's police that create traffic, police that create traffic. As a traffic expert, what actually causes use traffic?
First thing is traffic is everywhere. Every part of our country, we have traffic. The roads that were created in this country, they were created in my mind for approximately 2 million people or 1.5 million people. Our population have increased, and then people are buying vehicles on a regular routine. And that is why the president is doing everything in his power to have our overhead pass and the roads are being rehabilitated and all that. So we experience traffic. We experience traffic, and the police are there when traffic is seen to decongest. So often you hear people saying that the major problem that people have is they don't get up early in the morning. So, like from my experience on the Thomas Boulevard area, when we try to do diversion of the traffic, people will criticize, oh, come on, you're creating unnecessary traffic. they don't know why we are communicating. Because the chief of traffic will give us an instruction to carry on when the traffic is starting as far as the Baptist church around the Cocotown area there, besides the Sacom area. When the traffic is starting, we divert them at Cocotown Back Road. Because when it starts starting as far as the Sacom area, it's going to hold as far as Boulevard Junction. So as traffic experts, what we do, we divert them in both ends, Cocotown Back Road and the main part of Cocotown. So vehicle can come from all the rehab area
So
there. You
open
turn.
corridor for the traffic.
Precisely that we do. So in a mind, we create traffic. How can a policeman leave his home in the morning and just go create traffic?
Telling you.
So let's look at the safety in the traffic as well. Where we have our driving public, sometimes they take a minor and put the child in the front seat. How do you describe it when you look at public safety? Putting a child, you know.
So the first thing that I may not be as I don't do a research on that one about the minors, but before you don't, the first thing, there is no law giving you to put the minors at the front seat.
Okay.
The minors will be at the rear, and you have a safety gear attached to that minor. If you look at the car, if you look at the back of the car, you see the kids, they have that special seat, and we have a seat belt attached to them. But I think there's a need of more education, and it's good that you bring us here to give the public the insight about how we go about it, because people feel that they can do it at will. And if we don't do it, us as police officers, nobody else will. Because we are the first enforcement arm of government. And that is why we must educate our people. Before we enforce anything, we must engage them and educate them on how to use these basic traffic regulations. So if you take a child from the house and say, I love my child, I put my child in the front seat, you are risking the child. And when the officer sees that particular person, always will impound that vehicle for the child's safety. The child will be at the back of the vehicle, the back seat of the car.
Okay, technology has advanced down. We have people using cell phones, other devices when they are driving. And most often we see drivers communicating on the cell phone while driving. And do you have something to say about this cell phone driving?
So initially, we emphasized how traffic violation defined on Liberia's current traffic law, and we said that. So all the evidence is in present day Liberia, a traffic violation simply means breaking the rules of the road, set and enforced by the Liberia National Police.
Okay.
They said this includes driving with all valid license expired registration, speeding, reckless driving, drunk driving, using a phone while driving.
Great.
So you cannot use a phone while driving.
Okay.
I advise, like I said the last time on the police dialogue, I advise when you want to use a phone, have a Bluetooth attached either in your ear or there's a stand out where your phone can be erected and you communicate. Do not drive on the phone in your ear. There are distractions.
Sometimes they have one hand holding the phone and the other one hand driving.
Sorry?
Is it possible to place your phone in the car and be driving at the same time? Placing your coin?
So, like, if you look at the motor vehicle, they got something within the motor vehicle where you can have your phone on the
dashboard.
On the dashboard.
Okay.
So you can communicate with that person with a Bluetooth on. It's much safer than having it in your hand.
Holding it, using one
Holding it in your hand
and
and then you're driving. It's not safe at all.
Keep sharing our live Facebook page here. We have veteran in studio here providing all this information on traffic. We see your comment in the comment section at some point in time. We will read your comment here in studio. Yes, sir. On the issue of penalty, are there category of penalty within the vehicle and traffic law?
Yes.
Okay, can our public know?
So we will be very simple in doing that. We say, don't drive without license. Don't drive with invalid registration. Drive your cell phone as hands-free.
Okay.
Meaning you cannot hold a cell phone in driving. Drive with a protective gear. When you into the car, you don't drive. They may don't drive with slippers. So all of those violations, they are penalty attached to them.
Great.
So, but we got to go in depth onto what are the penalties.
Yes, I want to know the penalty.
Because oftentimes people will see and
just before you go, I want you to add drunk driving to it.
yes, drunk driving too.
Yes.
Drunk driving. So oftentimes people will see you're there arresting our car. Yeah, you're there arresting your car, our car, and doing that there, boy. You're there getting up ticket for nothing. No, you know that the person in the public are. So giving ticket for nothing, how are you doing for us? We know there are challenges us as police officers in the street. Some of our officers will not do the right thing. The IG emphasize on that everyday police professionalism that has been a major working tools he's trying to work on every time and minute of the day. We ourselves are fault at times too. We know better than other officers that are on the field. We fall short and senior officer will chastise us. But we almost say, will you dress the devil and disgrace the devil?
No.
So the best way to do it is to give the officer the benefit of the doubt. They got professional standards of officer going forward of ethical values. You get an officer the professional standard of a professional handle that. So the penalty says, don't drive without license.
Okay.
See here, I'm a deputy chief of motor vehicle. I have a valid driver license.
Very good.
I should live by the example. My vehicle is due to register and is insured. So the first thing, if I pull the vehicle over, when I request for driver license, I display my driver license. To know that I should live by example. So you, as an operator, you must do the same. The law says there are penalties, and the penalty you should have, it should be issued a violation ticket.
Violation ticket. No.
Yes.
That's what my question come about. If the man caught in a violation, automatically you get a ticket or you get an advising.
So it's for the officer discretion.
Officer discretion.
So the law says, upon the policeman lawful request, I want you to underscore that.
Yeah.
Upon the officer lawful request, all operator driving a motor vehicle must present his or her valid driver's license.
Okay.
And the law says you cannot or you should not. So that's amended. You should not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver license.
Okay.
My matter, your son there that can ride a taxi and a keke. We say, even when they provide for the hall for you to eat, your mind pattern for you to eat. You don't tell them say my son, they go also. You don't get lesson, then you come back later on. A bad thing you do for them, because when the police see there, the police say, Jerome, what a lesson. Then you say, my man say I can't hustle. When I can't hustle, then I'll go feed the other chew. You go feed the other. But again, the Lord say you will not do it, then the police will arrest you. So tell your son, after you go in the market, you hustle, you sell the coal, you buy the keke, you give it to your son. The first thing you give it to your son, let your son get lesson. My battle.
Okay.
That's the first requirement. Travel lesson. We will give you, the Lord say, we will give you 500 ticket. That is the two when the Lord in Ate and implemented the same 500. Yes. But I thought we're using 1-to-1.
One-to-one. In the vegan travel, is this specified there?
$500.
Is there any currency attached?
Yes.
500 US.
500. Is there? They say, now listen, here's the tricky part. They say, after they issue the ticket, if you don't have a license, your vehicle will be impounded. So, when the time comes, when you don't have a license, the police say, why are you parking my car? So the car is parked because you don't have a valid driver license.
Now, before you extend, if I don't have a valid driver license, and then you issue me the ticket,
Yeah.
and then you told my vehicle, who is responsible for that towing fare?
The operator, the car owner.
The car owner.
Who is responsible for the towing?
So that towing by
Yes.
is another time we're going to discuss it lengthily.
Now,
You know,
the ticket.
yeah.
The ticket.
Let me just stick to it a little bit. Let's get the public in the queue, you know, to understand how we go about it. So the ticket issuance, we will allow the President Public Affairs to invite the chief of ticketing.
Yeah.
Where he will probably expand, on the ticket issuance and all that. We got the knowledge in that, but one of the big interactive, right?
Basic safety issues that
And
have
so
to do
folks,
with traffic.
keep
So-
sharing our live Facebook page. Our number is stream on the board there. You can place in your call. That is 0770 800 090, or you can WhatsApp plus 231 77 777 8877 41. And our studio guest will answer all your questions. You can go ahead, sir.
So, like I said, when the vehicle is impounded, based on driver have a license, that vehicle will be parked when the ticket is paid for. Even when the ticket is paid for, you must come with a valid license. So, yes, the park. People will say, but if you pay for the ticket, why can't I use my car? No.
Okay.
No. The purpose for which the violation was occurred, because you don't have a license.
Okay.
So it makes no sense when your vehicle is impounded after you pay for the ticket and then you take the car. Who drives the car?
Good. Because you.
Is it the same person that don't have a license will drive that car?
No. Okay, now auto drive
You don't want to drive a vehicle. So that's the part people don't understand. So then, Masiba will get vexed, say, Jinobo go, you park the car, you park the keke, and you can't carry the keke. He can't run the provider center and carry officer complaint.
I feel paying for the ticket.
I feel paying for the ticket.
They want to release.
They want to release my car.
Now, you spoke on the issue of document from my colleague coming.
Right.
Vehicles document get expired. If my document, if our brother, if Sarah, if Musu document get expired today, 4 o'clock. Today the 10, right?
Yeah.
And the document got expired today. If he came in contact with a police officer, can the officer arrest him because doesn't get
So they say all vehicle registration requirement 8.1. Further down, I will explain all requirements as per vehicle registration. The law say 3 weeks prior to expiration.
Okay.
But you go in there, even if I don't say 3 months, but it say 3 weeks prior to expiration, all vehicle documents shall be renewed.
3 weeks prior to.
Prior to, that is.
I get you.
Okay. So, my matter will say, when your car, when you park the car, the keke, a car expire, a registration expire today, then the police park the car. You can get very the police. Sometimes, one or two, the director for operation and say, you do it small, you advance them. At least, it are 2 weeks expiration, no problem, let them go. And when you say 1, 2. Because he's got the mind for people to understand the police world doing our work. But if we do it, what the law say, Mamato, if Jehu go register the keke, and the keke so expire today, before it can be expired, you'll be looking at people. If it in April or March, you registered last year March, it's will expire the year March. It's an annual registration process.
Okay.
Every year for renewal. So last year March, on the 2nd of March last year, it expired on the 3rd of March this year. You know what I say? Before that time, before that March 3rd, the new year, 3 weeks. So either the 28th January, February, and then February,
Yeah.
they go to March. So either February 28th or February 15th, you will renew your car paper. Because the law say 3 weeks prior to expiration, all vehicle must be renewed or duly registered.
So most often the police are always, how do you call it, in terms of when the police go about it, but why it's on the book? Many people have problem with the police.
And the thing is, the reason why they're having a problem because the lack of education.
On lack of education.
Yes, our public needs to be educated with this.
So most often the police are discretional.
Yes, and that is why every time we say to TRGP or Fremont, you emphasize on to educate the people. You know, letting them know the basic reason. Like last time you were explaining to us, you had some explanation with one lady, and I think during the days, you know, in the enforcement, very down there. He said you arrested this car, and they don't have license. So he told us, he said, as soon as she drove over, he said, where is the license? He said, officer, the player I jam. I don't know how to do. I let my lesson. He said, say you jam. I don't want to put you in problem here. Take care of your car, you go say now the baby you jam. And boy, they're laughing, but he said, oh, put him in you go. So you see, at times the officer will do it, you know, in the discretion level.
Discretion
For everybody to view it positively. But other people would not see it like that. And that's why he's advising us over and over to be discretionary on the field. Because that's the only way our public will understand these matters. But again, it boils on the education.
I have a concern that has to do with a police officer arresting a vehicle and then jumping into the vehicle. Or sometimes you see the officers and the operator fighting on a keke or motorbike. I mean, is it right for maybe a driver or a police officer, the both of them to get into talk, so especially what the vehicle is moving?
Very wrong. Remember, the life you save will be yours,
of the person,
of the person and your family members. Very wrong. Because and we know at times we the officer too can really overstep our bounds. Let me not come and be like a one senior on the microphone. We can be at fault of the situation. And because of that, it creates the public, the atmosphere that is not conducive.
You want to participate in the show? You want to participate?
So just before you go, what is the remedy? What you think could happen or should happen whenever the police officer stop a keke, especially tricycle? Most of them they happen between tricycle and motorcycle. What you think the police officer there should do whenever the keke or whatever tricycle rider want to abscond the scene? What the best professional way to handle the issue?
You know, the best way I think as a police officer is to be courteous.
Okay.
The keke rider, whether that your son driving, or you own that person, the first thing to follow, sir, can you put this vehicle over? Sir, can I inspect your driver license? Look, begin. Park again on that side. Come on. They may already know into violation. And obviously they can't approach to him too. And some of the drivers, when I arrested them, they just the morning before I came to the show. I had an encounter with one senior government official. I mean, very senior government official in this country. And we were doing just at the time we were doing the diversion. And he was coming with a vehicle, but it wasn't marked. It was not plated. So when I didn't engage the car directly, one of my officers was standing by, engaged the car without plate. So he came out coming with the officer of the vehicle. So I went there. When he saw me, he stopped. When he stopped, he turned the windshield down. So I said, but sir, why did he do that? Oh, he said, officer, I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize. But if I had gone there based on with that aggression because they approached the officer, it would escalate the entire scenario.
Okay.
So what I did was I acted in the most professional way. I said, "Sir, why did you do that?" So just with that word "sir" to him, it then quieted an entire situation.
He feel guilty, but if he respected
Precisely.
And so you are also officer of the professional engagement.
Professional. It's you always be sir or man. Sir, man, you're not going to change your name as a policeman.
Oh, you spoke on one of our sister program where you spoke on the issue of the 4 lane, meaning vehicle coming with a 4 lane.
Yes.
You know, please expand on that.
The motor vehicle section has been maintained by the DRGB to enforce the 4 lines regulation.
Okay.
If you look at my phone,
So someone want to know why is the 4 lane.
4 lights are vehicle that lights you go take from the Chinese company or any company, you go put it on your car. Anything that the car does not have, don't put it on it.
I mean, not from the factory.
So if the factory don't put it there, don't put it there. In our simple way, don't go take it. Say like you are talking about the keke. And you see better keke there, where they can put the extension and all on it there.
Yeah.
You know how to do it. The law says don't do it. So you fall that break leather, what it can be shining at that. Then the other car can be say I can see you. I can see you. Then it become problem. Don't put it on the car. In our office there we got almost one whole office filled down with that light, we taking it from the car.
So what message can you tell those that had the 4 lane on a vehicle?
Do not put it on your vehicle. Because the other person that is driving towards you doesn't have a 4 light on that car.
So they can see clear.
And then they can see clear. And then it becomes a problem. Some of them having issue with sight. So when your engagement with them will let them either go off the road or bump into another vehicle. So it's a risk. When you want to drive within 4 lights, drive in the far designated areas. In the butches. Like when you go in way inside Sandy Kore, when you go in look at Tuo, when you go in Grange there, you can put the 4 light on. But in the center here, don't put the 4 light on your car. God will see it, will pack it, and take it from on it and give you ticket.
Yeah, we will ask our studios to provide the comment on the stream so that we can read the comment of our viewer. Keep sharing our live Facebook page. We are streaming live from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. We have in studio Chief Superintendent of Police Terry Gawe. He is the Deputy Chief of Motor Vehicle. Our number is placed on the board, the stream. You can place in your call on 0777. I don't have call on the line. We have one participant in the show. Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Good morning, sir. Want to participate in the show?
How are you doing, guys?
I'm doing great, sir. You are live on the show.
Okay, great. Let me say thank you to your guest. And I think that you gave a lot of information. This is DCP Collins and Sam Collins.
Okay.
And like I said, let me say thanks to your guest this morning for being very active on the show. These are the kind of conversation that we need to have on the podcast so that members of the public can get to understand exactly what we are doing here at the Liberia National Police. We now have an initial report coming in from Grand Bassa County this morning as it relates to the allegation that was leveled against our officers, and you were being accused of rape, and that was what we reported. But the police are going on to conduct an investigation, and the initial report coming in now pointing to the fact that the victim was taken to the one-stop center where she was thoroughly examined, and the result shows that there was no penetration. And so the Bassa Police Detachment is currently investigating the intent. And so as soon as that investigation report can come out as to why the officer came in contact with his accuser, that report will be available to the public. But for now, the act of rape, there was no doubt of penetration. There was no penetration. And that is the report that we have for the public and the media this morning.
Great. Is there any information to pass on to the public?
Yeah, another thing that we want to add up to what the guests were talking about, let me also add up to this issue of police A. There is no police A. Anybody referring to themselves as a A within the Liberia National Police, that person, like the Inspector General said, is a criminal. And we ask the public to report anyone calling themselves Police A. There is no Police A operating with the Liberia National Police. There was one rumor last night on the Facebook that the Liberia National Police was investigating a Nigerian pastor for his involvement into sodomy. And we have spoken to the necessary offices here at Central, especially the women and children, and that allegation is false. We have not spoken to any pastor here at Central, and we ask those who are spreading false information to disease and start linking the police to kind of false allegation. The Public Affairs Office will remain open, and our case will remain very, very active. If you want to substantiate some of the information that you have, all you have to do is to visit the page, or you can call us so that we'll be able to give you the necessary information. Thank you so much. The issue of a young man raping a chicken in Nima is untrue. What actually went on, the young man stole, and he's being charged for theft, and he will be filed at the court. Thank you so much to our audience. Thank you so much to our guests. I will continue to follow the show. Thank you.
Thank you. That was the force of police spokesperson DCP Sam calling live on the line, providing us some information as it relates to the working of the Liberia National Police. I think we have another caller on the line. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Good morning, caller. I think the caller is granted. You are live on the LNP Morning Watch.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Chico Tamba, and let me say thanks to your guest, Officer Terence Dowd. And I follow the conversation, and I have a few concerns.
Go ahead.
One of the concerns has to do with the issue about the motorcyclists. And there's a part of issues of motorcyclists, and then it's there that do not laminate it. And taking into consideration the rainy season and other stuff. So whenever we laminate the card on the police or the one that read our back to the central. So I want you to please lament on that issue in order to provide some clarity. Because we are in rainy season and
we lost the caller along the way there, breaking some issue regarding the clearance has been issued by the Liberia National Police, passing as well, or they can laminate it.
So I think it'll make it much safer, protective is lamination will be the better way. And it's good that he brought this out, because I'm told that on the field, oftentimes they're having this problem with the officers that are on the field. But it's a good thing to laminate it and to protect it for any damage that we're gonna have in the near future.
Okay. Near future. So we can now read our comment on the screen. Right after that, our studio guest will provide his parting statement. While on the screen. Okay, Austin Sharp say bravo to the team. Justin Sana Bono, he say my boss. Patient Namwe Finat say my son, you are doing well. Cecile Yenda say bravo, Mr. Gawe, I trust your ability.
Thank you.
Kusa Koli say I'm watching live from Balanceford Junction, Kesari Pulova. TOS Willie say I don't have a caller on the line again. Yeah. Good morning and welcome to the LNP Morning Watch.
Good morning, Dr. How are you doing there?
You are great.
Okay. I just wanted to ask a question. Because you see, in our country today, some of us now follow the rules. Alright? Like the police will be working hard trying to put traffic under control. Then some of our lawmakers breaking the rules, taking the opposite lane because they're not paying patient. The patient is one of our problems in this country. They're not paying patient, they join the opposite lane. And when the other person is on the opposite lane coming with their car, when they see you there, they start the car, they start insulting, get out of the road, and while the other person is on their right, they're on their lane. And two, I did something again on the traffic, like Chilika Road Junction. If they're the old man there alone, most of the time, but the other police guys sitting to triple and one person controlling traffic warning, that's problem. Some of them guys, the police, the effort the police make it, they'll make other people feel the police not doing anything. So I wanted to do one really. And another thing you can see most of the cars, like I saw a car the other time, two lesson plates on one car. And I represented the car. They're all different cars, the other car, they get to take it and put it in front. They're doing things that are not right. So what you expect other people to do that in the law, those that want to make the law, and they're not respecting the law, then they want to apply other people. So that's what I wanted to do. What the police really drive, what they really want to become, they the RG last time or Smooth TV. You're discussing similarity again. So I just wanted to know what really the police going to do about those that are breaking the law because they're breaking the law. It's the opposite lane.
Thank you for that. Thank you for your concern.
It's a concern.
So you listen to the caller or concern on the LNP Morning Watch, or one spoke about seeing one officer posted around the Jamaica Road, and what mechanisms have you put in place as the motor vehicle deputy chief, or also vehicle using two plates, or one vehicle using separate plate, meaning you get one place, you get another place. So what mechanisms have you put in place?
Instead of the other one that's supposed to be at the front, you take and put it on another car, then you get another one just remain on the other car.
Yeah. So
that's his
these
concern.
are the concerns they are raising currently. So we, like you said, we are want to read those comments quickly. We have Machi is strong. Okay, we just read this. Thank you, Mr. Kawe, for informing the public.
Who are those making the comments? You call their name.
Kushat Wilson said, I'm so proud of you, Mr. Terry Kawe, my own policemen. And so that huge comment here. Keep sharing our live Facebook page. We want to appreciate you for your comment in the comment section. Just keep sharing our live Facebook page. Keep sharing so that others who is not listening to the show this morning will listen to the show during the afternoon hour. So there's the LNP Morning Watch. You listen to the caller concern.
Yeah, all of those concerns is raising serious alarm because we must be able to address them adequately. And for the issue of the lawmakers, I'm sure we have the authority that is close to handling that situation. The GRGB emphasized on that the other day, and we are working towards have a smooth movement for them plying on the opposite side of the road. So there are something assured. Our senior authority will speak about it, and then we'll be able to give more clarity to the public. For the Jamaica Road aspect, it's been handled. The GRGB for operation, we've got senior officers on the road there. Chief Inspector Sam Kawa is handling that situation too, for the aspect of one person directing the Jamaica Road. And the good thing is, he's always far-sighted in terms of knowing the proactiveness of police. He talked about it some 2-3 weeks back about one officer controlling the traffic there. And as we speak, you can see our police officers that are there.
So current at Jamaica Road.
At Jamaica Road. So I will advise you to take your camera and your microphone there.
Okay.
For the public to be in the know that the police, we are very proactive in terms of listening to the public or cry. Okay. 2 plates on car. The law says all vehicles must be plated both at the rear and the front. And if your car carrying 1 plate,
I think we have another caller on the line.
It raise contention too.
Good morning, caller, and what's your name?
Good morning. My name is Cedric Firefo, and I'm beside the calling from Clowerton.
Great. Welcome to the LNP Morning Watch.
Thank you. Well, Chief, not really a question, but I just want to use this video to appreciate the studio guests for updating the public as related to safety rules and traffic issue. And most especially, I want to use this time to appreciate the men and women in the blue uniform for ensuring that on a daily basis the efficiency in the patrol causing the reduction of crime in our country today. First, people used to go to bed worrying, thinking about armed robbery and what I mean. But the guys at the anti-robbery, they are doing very well in the night. And then I also want to appreciate the communication department ensuring that whatsoever that is happening within our country, around the country, they are updating the public on a daily basis. I want to say bravo to you guys. You guys continue the good work and continue to serve the people with good faith, and God shall surely reward all of you. May God bless the Liberia National Police. May God bless the institution and make this institution to continue to grow. Thank you for affording me the opportunity.
Thank you for your call.
Great.
And keep sharing our live Facebook page. Listen to the caller.
Yeah, so you see, it's always good. Yes, and it's commendable.
Yeah.
It's always good to allow the public understand this. And we want to say kudos to GCP calling for affording us the opportunity. And you, especially two of you guys, and you come back early morning, you know, carrying the microphone and the camera around. No problem. So, and again, like last time we came on the police dialogue, we made reference to a few other things that we need to put the public in the know about. We want the public to understand this clearly. The police is your friend. We are one family, and I don't care how you term it, one way or the other, you will have one of your closer relatives in the LNP. So if you saw a policeman that is being assaulted by a vehicle operator, join there and help the policeman. Do not take your smartphone and start recording because you want to be the first to post it on social media. That policeman that is being assaulted by the operator could be your uncle, your sister, husband, or one way or the other, you have some close relationship because Liberia, we are interconnected. Mm-hmm. Let us learn to respect the rules of the road. The rules of the road are plain and true. Our laws have not changed. Until then, drive for valid operator license. Your vehicle must be insured because the vehicle and driving law clearly states 4.4 of the vehicle and driving law, it says all vehicle shall be or shall have a compulsory third-party liability insurance. And meaning that insurance must be there at all times. That's what makes it compulsory. Secondly, lastly, your vehicle will be aware of defects. Have good lights when you blind. Stay away from high beam lights. We are on spot check inspection. We are not conducting national inspection. The police have got the capable of authority to issue on the spot inspection as per our vehicle and traffic laws. So we issue violation tickets where when you are caught in violation, please report any case or cases as a result of police malpractices. Do not hesitate to call 0770 800-122. He is the police spokesman. Call him at all times and he will better relate to you. For our public, call us. We will be coming to you. We will be engaging you in the community. We'll have a community engagement on the rules of the road, when to drive a license, when not to drive a license, when your vehicles will be registered. We'll be coming on this show oftentimes to enlighten our public for the way forward. Thank you for affording us the opportunity. It's always a pleasure coming here. God bless our country and let our men in the blue be safe.
Thank you. That was the voice of our guest, Chief Superintendent of Police, Terry and Gaweden, closing on today's edition of the LNP Morning Watch. See you tomorrow morning, same time from 9:30 straight to 11:30. My name is Lexus Abraham Blamo and
Chief Superintendent Anthony K. Nyalo.
Bring you a next Wednesday tomorrow. Have a nice day.